Hello and welcome to Helluva Podcast. I'm Alex.
I'm Audie. The A is silent, and you'll see why in a bit.
Because today we were talking about the shorts. Actually, you won't see why for so fucking long. But
That's an Mission Antarctica, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. It's not at all related to really anything, but yeah. It's
okay.
Antarctica.
Well, it's not related to anything, so I didn't know where it was. Okay. Anyway.
I just realized my name has an A in it, so that bit doesn't. That's Udi.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say to you when you were coming up with that. We were just so excited.
I didn't have another bit, and I'm committed to doing a bit every episode now. So
yeah,
they're not all gonna be winners, guys.
We were talking about every short,
yes.
Helluva short, starting with Hell's Bells and then going through the 3 missions. That is the episode today, and I think we should just jump right in.
Yeah, and to be clear, at the time we're filming this, there are only 4 shorts.
Yes.
With the most recent one being Mission Chupacabras. So yeah. From Hell's Bells to Chupacabras, that's what we're covering.
Also, the most recent episode is Sinsmas. We are on the hiatus very much still.
Hiatus.
So Hell's Bells.
Hell's Bells. We paused on the first frame for this one when we were taking our notes. There's an advertisement for Verosika, a tour that she's doing, a Pride tour, which could just be a tour of the Pride Ring, or it could be a tour for Pride Month. And if it is for Pride Month, then it would imply that at least the advertisement is from June. But that wouldn't really... We don't know how the timeline of the shorts correlates to the timeline of the show.
Right.
Like, Blitz gets the crystal before Mission Antarctica, so that's at least after full moon.
Right.
But otherwise...
But did it come out after full moon?
Let's
look it up.
think it did, because it came out the summer after.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if we can go entirely based off of when the shorts came out in relation to the main series, but Hell's Bells came out not in June, and also it came out between the Mammon special and Full Moon, and so after Unhappy Campers, which we know to have been in July. So doesn't really make sense for this episode to be set in June.
And also they're in the Pride Ring, so it's probably just a Pride Ring.
It's probably
tour.
just a Pride
Ring. But
Ring
I do like the idea of Verosika having a Pride Month tour.
Yes, I'm sure she does, unrelatedly.
Yes.
Just, wanted to bring it to attention in case, because timeline stuff is always relevant.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Millie's phone lock screen is of Moxie getting noogied by her dad, which is really funny and cute.
It's really funny, very sweet. Like, oh, my husband and my pa are getting along.
Yeah. I do wonder, though, if it's probably that, but then also I wonder if she teases Moxie with it. Yeah. Occasionally being like, oh, look at you.
Oh. Moxie's like, please change your phone lock screen. And she's like, oh,
but you're so cute.
Yeah. Also, we get confirmation that there is a bus that goes between the rings, which we've talked about our...
Ooh. We take our finger and we swirl it like it's going up the rings.
Yeah, because there's really no way to explain this without a good visual component.
No.
It's also probably not that funny to anyone but us.
No.
But the whole thing with at the end of Ozzy's, when like Blitz drives Stolas home after Ozzy's, it's like, so did they just sit in Blitz's fucking car and drive from Lust to Pride?
Yeah.
And I mean, if a bus can drive between the rings, then a car definitely can.
Yes.
And
I'm pretty sure that they have the elevators for the cars too, because they have the elevators for the planes like we see in X's and O's.
Yeah.
But we hadn't seen X's and O's yet at that point.
Yeah. And
also, like, we didn't know for sure, because Blitz is just sitting in the same place that Millie and Moxie are sitting.
Yeah.
And I feel like Millie and Moxie maybe not canonically don't have a car, but they carpool to work.
Yeah.
So I don't know that they have a car.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it was like, where did he get his car?
Yeah, it's just a mystery. Also, we definitely had seen X's and O's, because X's and O's was the most recent episode out when we started watching Helluva.
Oh, that's true.
So
but we hadn't but when we were analyzing them, we
Yeah.
hadn't analyzed that one yet, and I don't know if that was something we like noticed when we were just watching for fun and not fucking crazy about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Audie's did that gesture once, and it's just really stuck. It's really funny to us.
Spitting the finger.
But yeah. And then Sally Mae also has luggage with her. Technically, she has one suitcase.
Yeah.
So it's traveling between the rings seems to be a similar culture as to traveling between a state or like country if you live in Europe. Audie says.
I didn't want to, Americanize it by default. But
yeah. Well, if you said in fucking Europe, I think you had hatred in your heart.
No, I don't have issue with Europe. Do I? I don't think so. Nah.
Not with Europe as a whole.
No, Europe's very big. It'd be kind of crazy if I had an issue with Europe as a whole.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a lot
true.
going on there.
Anyway. But yeah. That was just an interesting thing because I was like, that's just like when we went to New York.
Yeah.
They take it a Greyhound.
They take it a Greyhound. A hellhound. I wonder if that's what they call it.
That would be really good. That would also be really fucked up, actually. That'd just be like calling a bus a category of a person.
Yeah, so it's probably true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, Millie and Sally Mae say sister when they see each other, which is so fucking stupid. Siblings don't do that. My sister calls me sissy, which...
My sister did just say brother to me, but she said it like brother.
Yeah.
So it doesn't count.
Yeah. My sister, like, I don't know. It would be weird if my sister called me my name at this point. It's just, I don't know. It was her nickname for me as a little kid, so now it's just my name.
Yeah.
Sissy. But,
me and my siblings use our names.
Yeah. Siblings, for the most part, they're not like, hey, bro, hey, sis. Like, that's just not how...
Hey, bro, hey, sis, and then, well, again, it's like... The hey bro, hey sis, and as a name. Like, they're saying it here, like, sister. Because I don't say sister, but, like, I know a lot of women use sister in a similar way to, like, the way I say girl.
Yeah.
So, like, but it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's like, I am identifying you as my sister for the plot, and it's weird and not normal.
It's weird, yeah. That's, like, something I would do to my sister to, like, be stupid and annoy her. And be like, oh my god, sister!
Yeah.
She'd be like, shut the fuck up. The 12-year-old.
And then this spiraled into me going, Vivzy Pop is definitely an only child.
Definitely, which is just
/ derogatory.
Such a devastating read. It's not inherently a bad thing, but in this case, it is such a devastating read.
Yeah, I want to see if that's true. You keep vamping.
Yeah. We also noticed in the background there are gay-ass boots thrown over a telephone wire, which, if you don't know, shoes thrown over a telephone wire...
Typically sneakers, though.
Typically sneakers, yeah. It's a sign of, like, drug deals happening. But these are just, like, gay-ass boots. So, like, who is this cunty-ass drug dealer? Is it Blitz? Is it Stryker? Someone with gay-ass shoes is dealing drugs. And I love that for them.
Yeah. That is really funny to me.
Yeah.
Also...
What's the verdict?
Oh, wait. I saw something that I thought was no, but now I'm seeing something that might be yes.
There's no way.
My little sister did this in her sketchbook months ago. She's so good.
It's also worth noting that this episode wasn't written by Vivzy, though. It was written by Morgana, who is Sally Mae's voice actor.
So it's more important, does she have any siblings?
Yeah, but we're not going to diss her because we like her.
No, we like her.
But... Yeah, and then also the next thing we have, I forgot to Google their real names, but Loopty and Poopty is what I wrote. The guys from Cherubs.
I think Loopty or something adjacent is true.
Helluva Boss, Loopty Goopty.
Okay, so you were pretty fucking close.
That's his name. His name is Loopty Goopty.
So, who's Poopy?
Who's Poopy? His nickname is Poopty by Blitz.
Okay, but the Poopty is the other guy.
Wait.
Who are we talking?
He's in Blitz's contacts as Lupus. I have to imagine that is a House MD reference. There's, like, a very big House MD joke. That's
like the disease?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get maybe it's just a reference to the disease, but I like to think it's also a House MD reference.
Probably. You're diseased in the brain, but so is everyone
Lyle Lipton. So Loopty Goopty and Lyle Lipton.
No. Wait. Lyle Lipton is... That's really funny because Lyle Lipton is the guy on Earth. That's Lyle Lipton.
Well, yeah, he becomes him, though.
I know, but they didn't give him a... So, Loopty Goopty is his name on Earth?
That's his name, yeah.
That's really good.
Loopty Goopty and Lyle Lipton. Which, like, Lyle Lipton, like, it's alliterative and therefore a little bit silly, but also...
But Lyle Lipton is his name on Earth, so Loopty Goopty, did he have an Earth name? Like, I assumed that they just both had hell names. Lyle Lipton and Loopty Goopty.
Yeah, no.
It's fucking crazy.
Anyway, there's a billboard of them in the background, so they're still doing business together.
Yeah, and what does it say?
Get hurt good.
Good, yeah.
Like yeah.
Got hurt good, that's what it is.
Loopty and Poopty. That's like whatever I called the cherubs in our last episode. I don't remember.
Bing bongin'. Something
Dingus, Dingus.
Yeah, that was it.
And Jiggles, or I don't know. I don't remember. It was really good, though.
If someone wants to pull that from our last episode, we'd love that.
I might make a short out of it or something for us. Yeah.
And then Sally Mae says, aren't you gonna run off with your princess or something along those lines? in relation to Moxie.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny.
Yeah.
Is it misogynistic? Is it homophobic?
Is it transphobic? It could be all of the above, and she's so based.
Yeah.
I love that. I love when queer people are queerphobic.
Yeah.
Business has been slow lately is something that Millie says to Sally Mae. So this is definitely, at least regarding the timeline, it's at least pre-full moon. Because that's when Moxie says, business has actually hit a peak. So fuck him good, sir. Fuck him good. So it's definitely before full moon. Which I think we probably could have safely assumed anyway, but good to have confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Millie does not strike us as a mud bath / spa day girly. Like, maybe every once in a while, but she's not, I don't think she'd be super into it.
Yeah.
But in this scene, she's like, it's special mud. It's relaxing.
Yeah.
And, like, I get that you could be trying to make it so, like, Sally Mae has a good time on her visit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, it read wrong with everything else about Millie.
Yeah, it just feels like you pointed out, like, it's kind of just, it's meant to contrast the different lifestyles they have. Like, now that Millie's a city girl, it's like, you know.
Well, yeah, we were saying that, and then I was saying also that it also kind of puts their femininity against each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is weird because it puts Millie in this hyperfemme thing to be the, like, mirror to Sally Mae's not hyperfemme.
Yeah.
Which I don't, like, it's complicated because it's like, I do love that the trans woman in the show isn't like hyperfemme necessarily because not every trans woman, not most trans women are hyper, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also, it's weird.
It's weird, yeah, because
Millie's not hyperfemme anyway.
Right, Millie's already very non-traditionally feminine, you know.
And Sally Mae being non-traditionally feminine makes sense in the scope that Millie's family, like, they're all, you know.
And now it's just like, well, it feels like they're trying to do a city girl versus farm girl thing, but instead it feels like high femme versus low femme, and it's like, well, this just is not consistent.
Well, because city girl versus, like, country girl, that trope in, like, the very exaggerated way that it typically is, that is all it is hyper femme versus low femme.
Yes. True.
Which I've always hated anyway.
Yeah.
But so yeah, they're taking a, like, kind of inherently misogynistic trope and they're applying it to their very already misogynistic show and to their only trans femme character, their only trans character.
Yeah. And then it also just doesn't work. Like,
yeah, so it's like it's not even a good plot device, but it is really surprising given that Morgana wrote this.
Yeah, we do have good things to say about this episode, we promise.
Yes.
Overall, we like it a lot.
I also do wonder how much TV writing Morgana has done. Mm-hmm. Because it's also, like, one of those things where it could have just been, I'm drawing from tropes because I haven't written something before, you know?
It could also, and it could also be, like, as far as, like, Millie's characterization goes, like, she's never written Millie before. Right. Sally Mae is different because it's her own character, so she knows her better.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know.
But, yeah, having not written for the show at all.
Yeah.
And then jumping in a short after, like, most of season 2 is out is hard.
Yeah. And also, like, I don't know what I was gonna say. Okay. It was a really good point, though. Hang on.
Let them cook. We have a note about that later.
We got a little crazy taking these notes. We
kind of... Not even crashed out. You've got me saying crashed out for everything.
I love to say crashed out.
But we didn't crash out. We kind of got manic a little bit.
Yeah.
But not, like, I'm not trying to use it in a derogatory way.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. We were, like, your stomach was hurting. You were laughing so hard. Like,
I was hyperventilating.
We were losing it.
We'll get to it. I don't remember fully what I was going to say. Just that we're not shitting on Morgana in any sense. Also, we like to shit on Vivzy and Spindlehorse as a whole, but, like,
Morgana, we love you.
We love you, and this is a good episode overall.
Yes.
We just...
Oh, no,
this is our podcast.
This is also the only episode where femininity is, like, explored.
Oh, that's the thing I was going to say, is that, like, does it feel inconsistent for Millie? Yes, but also, does Millie have much character in the show at all? No.
Much character in the show at all, and be consistent.
Right.
Character in
so
the show.
I wouldn't even fault Morgana for that.
Yeah. Like she's pulling from not a lot.
How would you be consistent if there's nothing consistent there? So yeah.
And she's just trying to create a conflict, because also that's another thing is fucking Sally Mae hasn't been in the show at all.
Exactly.
So how do you create a conflict from two characters that haven't really had anything?
Yeah, exactly. Overall, we like this episode a lot.
Yes.
Sally Mae outfit is slay.
It is. The one that she changed, she buys.
They do like a little shopping montage, and then she gets this super epic slay outfit. Love it. Yeah.
Wally fucking Wackford.
Wally motherfucking Wackford.
He has a definitely not gambling fun time emporium.
Yeah.
Called Wacky Wally Wackford's Fun Time Emporium.
Parentheses.
It's definitely not gambling.
Yeah. No idea what it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the sisters have a good time in there, and then they just fucking set it on fire and it burns down while Wally watches in horror.
He's literally like in the background, like, how do I describe that? Like
on
bent over,
his
like
knees. Yeah, devastated.
This is the second time that he's watched someone from the IMP crew blow up an establishment.
Yeah, he was there at Lululand when fucking, I almost said Phil.
You are diseased.
when Blitz, don't worry about it. When Blitz burned Lululand down. Sorry.
Did you catch yourself off guard?
I did. I don't know why Phil.
But then also, and I don't know if I'm a huge that was Wally Wackford holding the cake truther. I'm at least slightly a that was a Wally Wackford holding the cake truther.
Yeah.
Like I've been saying it, but I also am not like it is the truth.
In
prove me wrong.
In the oops flashback.
Yes.
To be clear.
Yes. So I just like to imagine that this is the third time that he's watched Blitz or someone associated with Blitz blow something up.
If I was Wally, I would start to wonder, is it me?
Wait. No. Because Wally's in almost every episode in some flavor fashion. And remember, we've been like, why the fuck is this guy always here? And it was like, okay, well, it's that comic, like, cartoon thing where there's just always that guy.
Yeah.
But what if there's something going on there?
Let us cook.
No. We've put in a new saying, but we're gonna get to that about when we keep going. Let us cook. Don't. But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
We're always saying we'll get to that.
And the thing is, we will get to it. Then they're at the club, and there's like this creepy guy who's like hitting on Millie and Sally and being weird, which like it's it's fine. I'm looking on these notes now, knowing that Morgana wrote it, and I'm like seeing it in a different light, because I was just watching it and being like, stupid
fucking Vivsy again.
Fucking Vivsy, but no. I would say like generally, especially like just for this show, which is not good. Sorry. My laundry, we keep talking. Which is not good at writing women. To have, like, a creepy guy show up and then that, like, show further characterization and, like, progress the plot, quote-unquote. It's a short, so it's not super plot, but,
Well, that's another thing, too, is, like, is it a cop-out a little bit? Yeah, yes. But also, is it a nice moment to show the sisters doing something together in a 5-minute episode? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
This is something I really like about Sally Mae's design. Her roots are growing out.
Yeah.
So her hair is naturally white because the more male hair color in the Helluva-verse is the white. Yeah. Or at least for the imps.
Yeah, like Moxie's hair is white. Yes. Wally's hair is white.
White. Most of the men don't have hair.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's... So, she has her roots growing out, which is... cool, just character design wise, like the fact that the hairs do have genders, and then she's trans and showing that.
Yeah.
But then also the fact that Sally Mae as a character is letting her roots grow out is really nice.
Yeah.
Like seems openly trans to a degree.
Yeah. Which, there's nothing wrong with being not openly trans.
Right.
But yeah.
But it's cool. It's like something that you're like, oh, she's like comfortable, which is nice.
Let us pause real quick so I can go get my laundry.
We will be right back. We are back. I did feel the need to note that we always stop for laundry because we're on a college campus, and first of all, there's very rare times to do laundry.
Yes.
And second of all, when you do your laundry, you gotta get it out of there. You gotta get it in the dryer, get it out of there.
Otherwise, someone will throw it on the ground, step on it, shit on it, pee on it,
so,
throw up on it, eat it, throw it up again.
You just kept going.
Sorry, I got really into it.
You're good. This is probably true for places that have mutual laundry, like apartment buildings or like a laundromat as well, not just a college campus. But yeah, that's why we do it, and that's why we're like, hey, hold on, every time. But anyway, let's get back to Hell's Bells.
Yeah. Sally Mae refers to Stolas as blue-blooded bird, which feels very charged, especially considering, like, the other people from the Wrath Ring and in, like, Millie's family circle, they feel a certain way about Stolas and royalty in general because they're from the Porous Ring and, like, he shows up for the Harvest Moon.
I was going to say especially Stolas because he is there.
Yeah, and he's, you know, puts up this whole show about, like, cursing, quote-unquote, their crops for the year.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it's all his luck and everything.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, we need this to survive and make money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought that was a fun detail.
Yeah, it is a really good detail. Sally Mae is Millie's younger sister, which we just realized.
Yeah, we thought she was older this whole time.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a general consensus, or at least from, like, what I see. I see a lot of people being, like, her older sister, or, like, whatever, like, just when they're making... I see Sally Mae and Millie edits, I love them.
Yeah.
But younger sister makes a lot more sense, because when I first watched this scene, I was like, why the fuck? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, when, like, Millie got out, but Sally Mae has had more time to get out, like, why is Sally Mae not out yet?
Right.
But we don't actually know, like, Sally Mae might be a minor. Like, we don't...
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, she has the eldest daughter-isms.
Yeah. Millie has so much eldest daughter swag. And we kind of... One thing we wish from the sort of, like, heart-to-heart they have in this episode, we wish Millie had maybe imparted more, like, you can be your own person wisdom to Sally Mae. Like, being the eldest daughter who, like, left her family behind and is, like...
And now seeing Sally go into that role.
Yeah, and, like, she does, you know, she gets into it a little bit of, like, the, hey, you could come visit, too. Like, the boys are older, they can take care of it. But it would have been fun to have more of that. Like, you don't have to be who they want you to be.
Right.
Said more explicitly.
And I understand maybe not doing it because it's a 5-minute episode, and, like, this is just touched on, but I do, like, Millie as a character, I feel like, as a character, I say. But, like, I don't know. The fact that she just said, like, you can come here more, like, that's so quiet and polite.
Yeah.
Like, that's... She would be up in your biz. She would be like...
Yeah.
You can come here more, but also, like, you're your own woman, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they fight with broken bottles, which I love.
Yeah. There's a wedding photo from Millie and Moxie's wedding that's hung up by their front door that we see. It's very sweet. I think it's the same one we see in Moxie's camera roll or on his Facebook. Yeah.
Sin's book, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, in X's nose. Very cute.
Yeah. And then Moxie smiles when he walks in, like, watches them for a second, them being Millie and Sally Mae on the couch, and then just leaves them alone without saying anything, doesn't intrude on their time. And we think that Millie has probably talked about missing Sally so much and stuff, which is cute. And also, growth for Moxie. Like, I mean...
Yeah.
Because what episodes is this in between? Anything where he was a shitbag?
It was in between the Man Mon special and Full Moon, so after Unhappy Campers.
Yeah, and he wasn't in either of those episodes, was he?
No.
So... I guess, like, growth there, but also knowing that Morgana wrote that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, because if Fibsy wrote that, he'd be annoying.
Yeah.
But knowing that Morgana wrote that makes it make a lot more sense, because that does feel really out of character for him recently.
Yeah.
But I like that it's
still
I like it.
Their moment.
Yes.
Yeah, this episode overall, very cute, very good. Love it. It just shouldn't have been relegated to a short.
It shouldn't.
Like, Morgana did such a great job with this, and it's very unfortunate that this kind of, you know, development and dynamic between two women, two sisters even, is only shown in a short that's kind of separate from the main series. And
it's not even part of the short series. It's not a mission one.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a short.
I know, but it's like its whole own thing.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even relate to the other shorts, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, they don't really relate to each other other than the fact that they're all missions. Like,
yeah, but they all follow the exact same format.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so it's just very isolated is what I'm trying to touch upon.
Yeah. And it, literally, like, Millie is meant to be, like, a supporting character in the cast of this show. Like, if Sally Mae is, like, a more minor character, like, you know, that makes sense if she hasn't been in it that much, and with everything that happens in Sin's Mist, it seems like we'll be getting more of both of them, So we can hope.
That's what I'm thinking is maybe this was a trial, so maybe Morgana will help write some future stuff with Millie, with the pregnancy, with Sally Mae.
I hope so.
Which would be great, especially if we can get some trans rep in there. Like, hell yeah. Like, well, obviously we have some quiet trans rep, but I would love some clear and explicit trans rep in the series. But yeah, that's the only thing is, like, maybe it was a taste, maybe it was a test, and we are going to get more. I just don't have faith that we're going to get more.
Yeah.
There is, I feel like we should note the thing that our lovely, lovely follower Jessica sent us that we did not watch.
Jessica, I'm so sorry. You sent us this really interesting looking video that was, like, a discussion with Morgana about Hell's Bells and about Sally Mae, and neither of us had the chance to watch it.
We have been so busy.
It's been so busy. We both still intend on watching it, but we didn't want to, put off this episode any more than we already have.
Yes, but I just wanted to mention that because maybe once we watch that, we will talk about it a little more. That might give us some more insight.
Yes, for sure. I really meant to watch it before we recorded.
We both are in school. We both work. It's been a hard semester.
It has been busy. I am fighting for my life.
But yeah, we're not trying to cop out either. I felt it was polite to mention that we haven't watched it, especially because we might be saying something that is entirely addressed and completely flipped on its head in that video.
Jessica's sitting there like fist raised to the sky, like, no, it's in the video. I said you.
the Arthur meme.
The Arthur meme. But even if this is like a test for the main series. Somewhere in all of the Stolitz back and forth in the latter half of season 2, we could have fit in a Millie and Sally Mae subplot. This could have so easily been in the main series.
We could have fit in a Millie anything.
We could have fit in literally anything.
Millie and Moxie as a whole aren't in the end of the series all that much except for Sinsmith. But like Millie, my girl, especially. Oh, and Ghost Fuckers.
Yeah, but then that's a whole other can of worms.
We don't need to talk about that.
There's a freaking car outside.
That was a fucking SUV. How do they power that shit up to be that loud?
Vroom vroom, bitch.
Like, your car, people who make their cars loud, I'm like, your car is not, your car being loud is a sign that it's not working.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
No, and they just drive around like they've got the biggest dicks in the world.
Anyway, Mission Antarctica.
Also, I'll just say as a blanket statement for all of these shorts, in the credits, Blitz's name is written with the O X'd out, which is how it has been. Hotel.
It really has been hotel.
What is this? Some kind of League of Legends?
I've been on that arcane grind. I'm falling off of the arcane grind, thank God. Yeah. But, what is this? Some sort of League of Legends? Anyway.
Mission Antarctica. Blitz is... Okay, so before we're even in, like, the real episode, it shows... For all of these mission shorts, it shows, like, Blitz's desk, and we see some little things. And in the top drawer of his desk, he still has the little Millie and Moxie dolls that he jerked off with in Lululand. They're in his top drawer. They're priority items.
Yeah, because, like, I don't know about you guys, but what's in my top drawer, like, that's the things I'm using the most. That's, like, where my, like, folders and notebooks for school are, where all of my, like...
Chargers.
Yeah, well, my chargers aren't in there.
Mine are.
What is in my top drawer? Let's talk about what's in our top drawer.
Vibrator, Millie head, Moxie head. Strap on, dildo, other dildo.
Top of your desk drawer, not like your bedside drawer?
What bedside drawer?
My desk isn't next to my bed. But anyway.
I also don't have other drawers like you do, Mr.
That's fair.
Mr. Drawer Boy.
I do have a lot of drawers.
My top drawer, I put my wallet in there, because I don't ever take my wallet with me fucking anywhere. I just take my card
Guy
with
is
me.
Not buying.
My wallet is fucking thick as hell. I just take my credit card, lately not my debit card. I'm like,
or just your phone.
Or just my phone. I tried so hard. Anyway, we're getting so
off topic. But anyway, top drawer is like the things you use a lot. Yeah. Top priority items. So he has the 2 Millie and Moxie dolls that he jerked off with in Lululand.
Yeah.
He also has matches, a battery, and a paperclip.
All the essentials.
Everything you need.
Bro is kitted out.
Matches is crazy.
Matches is crazy. To be fair, we're only pretty sure that it's matches.
Yeah, it's like a box with like a tie around it.
You were right that it also looks like a fancy eraser.
Yeah.
It's kind of impossible to tell.
He's drawing.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any pencils.
No. Yeah, he has matches.
Okay, literally, where did this come from, Audie?
Okay, I don't know. Okay.
This was Audie's thing that he started just going off on, and then for our Ko-Fi listeners, this is on Ko-Fi. We might release it publicly, I don't know, the drawing. But if you are listening to this on Ko-Fi right now, and you're seeing the drawing underneath it,
There's some Microsoft Paint artwork that we kind of collaborated on in the middle of doing the notes for this episode. So, I'm looking at our notes now, and I don't know how this relates to anything. But basically, you know how Blitz dropped the O in his name famously?
Yeah.
Blitz, but the O is silent. We were talking about Blitz possibly being Hispanic / Latino.
But how did that come up?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I feel like that came up after. Because we were talking about changing the O to an A.
Yeah, because we...
But we were saying maybe he dropped the... Oh, yeah, because he dropped the O for gender purposes, because O is typically a masculine name, and A is typically a feminine name.
So we started talking about trans femme Blitz.
Blitza Buxa.
Buxa. Which the last name wouldn't change. We're aware of this. We were losing our fucking minds over this.
Blitza Buxa, he would change his last name. He fucking hates his dad.
Yeah, Blitza Buxa. And then, actually, I don't know how we got on Blitza Buxa, because the Hispanic thing came later.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about it, and then we were like, wait, we've hit on something
Yeah,
here.
no. Because Audie goes, I hate when we cook, and I said, let us burn.
Let us burn.
And so now every time Audie goes, we're cooking, I go, let us burn.
Let us burn.
Because you guys are so great, and you listen to us, and you let us cook, and you give us your feedback, and you pay us money, some of you. Like, you're great.
Thanks so much.
We are insane. Why do we do this?
Blitza Buxa.
Blitza
And
Buxa.
then, we'll talk about this more later with Mission Chupacabras, but then we were talking about maybe like the whole reason that Blitz has an O at the end of his name is because he's Hispanic or Latino, like has a Spanish name.
And this goes into me thinking that he's an Osabo kid.
Yeah. And then Fizz being Italian is...
He's popular because he's white.
He's popular because he's white.
Like, they're a white and brown duo, and Fizz is the popular one because he's white.
I can't tell if any of this is funny to literally anyone but us. I also I'm struggling to make sense of it, but this was driving us insane last night. It was the funniest thing. Oh,
and then we were talking about how Barbie is probably short for Barbara, because that's how the name Barbie typically works.
Yeah, but Barbara is not really a name that has much Spanish or Latin origin.
No, so Barbara, we got into this.
God.
We got into this because my grandma, bless her soul, rest in peace, she
just did a crossover space.
Her name was Barbara, and her nickname was Barbie or Barb. And her name was spelled Barbra. But you know people who spell it Barba.
That is the only way I've ever seen Barbara.
So without the extra A, that is Latin.
Yes.
That is a Latin name.
So that is possible. Otherwise, I think it was German or Greek or something.
And it was in the Bible, so it would probably be spelled that way. But
yeah,
we went a little crazy.
Yeah. Also, just worth noting, this is also in the art that we put on our Ko-fi, but Fizz's trans femme name would be Fizziana.
Fizziana. We just decided that off.
Yeah, we kind of got really into these like gender swap trans femme Blitz and Fizz lesbians.
Yeah, and we were also saying that like because you were drawing Fizz and you were like, what name? And I was like, oh, just like Fizzy. That's just like a nickname, could be short for it. And then you go, Fizziana. And you write it. And then we argued about if Anna has one or two A's. Ends. 2 A's, always.
Always 2 A's.
What are 2 N's?
Maybe 0 N's. Fizzia! We're losing
That's Italian.
Italian.
Anyway.
We're losing the plot. We
are losing the plot. We did lose the plot, though, in...
Microphone is losing the plot. It's fucking diagonal.
We're falling apart.
Crashing out.
But, yeah. The is Blitz Hispanic thing has been a conversation before, because we know he's non-white, or at least intended to be non-white in the racialized context of the show.
Barbie also. Her human design is not white. So.
Not white, but we don't necessarily know what kind.
what flavor. What brand. Yeah.
So, yeah, we were like, oh, but that's interesting because Vivzy and Brandon are both mixed given, but Hispanic.
Mm-hmm. Latina, my bad.
Yeah. But, yeah, so it'd be interesting if, like, the non-white is meant to be Latina.
Yeah.
Latinx.
Yeah.
But, yeah. That in the Speaking Spanish does come up in another short, so I wanted to say it is more widespread than us crashing out. But...
Yeah. I do know that with Vaggie specifically, Vivzy took a lot of inspiration from herself in her own life, so it's not that far-fetched to believe that similar with Blitz.
Right.
But we'll get into more complicated things with whether or not that's true in a bit.
Does Blitz speak Spanish?
That is the question.
But we will get to that. That is...
Helluva Habla Español is the title for this episode that I propose.
Alright, I'm with it. Helluva Habla Español.
I have the urge to say Helluva with the silent H because that's how it would be. Helluva Habla Español.
I put it in parentheses.
Yeah. Anyway. Boss bitch mug. We're not even in the real episode yet at this point. Blitz has a boss bitch mug, and there are so many little condensation mug rings on the table.
He's so nasty.
He's so me. I'm never cleaning my fucking desk.
My water bottle just made a squeak sound. Sorry if y'all heard that.
Blitz is a pussy in the cold.
Yeah, he literally immediately gets into the cold and was like freezing his fucking ass off, teeth chattering, whining like a bitch. And
this was relevant in Sin's Myths, which we talked about.
Yes.
But yeah. He also hits Moxie with a good job, Mox, is like a genuine compliment when Moxie shoots the seal. Crazy.
Well, this in tandem with the fact that he carries around stickers, which we talk about later, I think he is trying to do more positive reinforcement with Moxie.
Yeah.
The penguins show up and then Blitz goes, fuck, that's like 10.
Buddy, I hate to break it to you. There are like hundreds of penguins.
The biggest number he knows
is 10. The biggest number he knows is 10. Only animal he knows is horses. Bro did not go to grade school. Also, those penguins are saying faggot.
They are.
Well,
they're saying multiple slurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Faggot, tranny. Faggot, tranny.
Yeah.
Others.
I do wonder, like, are they all the same variety?
Mm-hmm.
Or, are there some racialized ones in there? Are there some gendered ones in there?
Right. I mean, I like to think that they took one look at the IMP crew and went, those motherfucking queers.
Yeah, no, and they're all just queer slurs.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, shout out... I don't know. I'm going to say shout out Club Penguin.
Huh?
Because penguins and...
But no other type?
And gay... I think a lot of Club Penguin penguins are gay.
We know. Well, I know. I don't know if they know.
Gary the Gadget Guy is my dad.
You said it so sadly. Moving on. Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean.
No, you're good.
But when Blitz is trying to get the portal to open up with his crystal, and he's really bad at it. He's trying to brute force it, in Millie's words.
Yeah.
And Millie's like, you can't brute force it. And then she says, try the alphabet. Or no, Moxie goes, try the alphabet.
Moxie blushes and is like, try spelling the alphabet.
And then Blitz goes, A, C, B.
Gets his fucking ABCs wrong.
Out loud, not with his tongue. And then Moxie is like, oh, for Satan's sake, I'll do it. And then proceeds to eat out Blitz's crystal, which is the most intimate thing that happens in this entire whole show.
They could have shown, like, actual sex on screen. It would not be as intimate as this. And then Millie very proudly says, like, I taught him that.
Yeah.
And I like to imagine that this is canon Moxie trans, which he got Millie pregnant, so, like, but that aside.
You see, I'm not with the Millie cheated theories at all. I'm really not. But if that means that Moxie is trans,
if we can, no, for real. I'm very excited about the Millie pregnancy arc, but it is sad that it disproves both Millie and Moxie transness. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, why couldn't we have M-Preg? Because then it would prove their T for T.
Moxie gets pregnant.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Like, if we needed someone to have a baby.
Maybe it was Moxie's test that Millie was looking at. It's not true.
Calling Sally because...
Sally,
Wait. Which one of them says, you know I love you, right?
What do you mean?
In Sin Smith.
In Sin Smith?
One of them.
He says it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was kind of.
What are you getting at?
Because if it was the other way around. You know I love you, right?
Mox.
I found your pregnancy test. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, Blitz blushes hard here when Moxie's eating his crystal out because me calling the clit crystal. Anyway.
Yeah.
But he blushes hard, and it's actually this, I think, drawn the same way as when Emberly blushes in Weeaboo.
Emberlyn, yeah.
Emberly. Is that what I said?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Emberlyn. It's not the normal blushing drawing.
Yeah, which it's also the same blush that Moxie does here when he blushes.
Okay.
And also going back, I like to think that the way that Millie taught Moxie how to eat out is that she ate Moxie out because trans.
Yeah.
And then he was like, so you want me to do it like that? And she was like, uh-huh, you got it, babe.
And she was like, okay, so use your tongue. Like, very detailed because he's autistic.
Yeah. Spell your ABCs.
Yeah.
Spell the lyrics to one of those musicals you like.
Oh, yeah. They have, like, favorite musicals that they like.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, honey, do this one tonight.
One night, Millie's like, that was great. What song was that? And Moxie's like, I'd rather not say. And she's like, oh, come on, Mox, what is it? And he goes, waving through a window.
If someone ate me out to waving through a window and it was good, I would have to not
Call
say
her
that.
Evan Hansen.
Yeah, I was gonna say not say that on the podcast.
I'd have to fucking climb a tree and then jump out of it because that's how you kill yourself if you're Evan Hansen, I guess.
He wouldn't have even fucking broke his arm.
He wouldn't have even fucking...
I mean, I guess if he fell directly on his arm, like if he hugged his arm and fell full body weight on it.
But was he trying...
Which is probably what he fucking did.
I not to quote myself here and like not to criticize his suicide attempt.
Yeah, I have a quote in my quotes list of Audie saying not to give tips on a suicide attempt or what is it?
I think it's not to criticize.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Anyway, the penguins. Those penguins died doing what they loved, saying faggot, which is just like me for real. I would love to die saying faggot. Yeah, and then this episode was written by Adam Nyland, who wrote Unhappy Campers. I think that's the only thing he's written. Has Adam Nyland written anything else for Helluva? I don't think so.
I don't think so. He might have been on like another one, but he hasn't independently written anything else.
And you know how we feel about Unhappy Campers, but this short is like, it's fine. It's funny. I have no issues with it, I don't think.
No, it's good. I'm trying to find your quote, and I'm not finding it, but do you want to hear the one that I did just find?
Yeah.
Whoa, we don't say vag in Disney World. From when you were DMing. We did a sneaking into Disney World campaign, but sorry, we don't say vag in Disney World. Caught me off guard. Anyway.
I said that? I think I blocked the whole thing out. I was stressed out of my mind DMing. I want to do it again.
Anyway, we lost the plot. I lost the plot.
Yeah, this short, it's not meant to be anything crazy, but you know, it's funny, it's good.
It's funny, it's good.
I don't have any issues with it.
The penguins saying slurs is really good and funny.
Yeah.
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 And also the thing with the crystal showing like 1, he has the crystal.
Yes.
2, he doesn't know how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
3, Stolas is in blind love.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it.
He is not there.
That cloaca is not getting any love.
There are people, as my mom would say, who are good for one thing and one thing only. Blitz is not that. So Stolas is really in it for the love. Yeah, and also...
I want to imagine if they have makeup sex, that Stolas is going to be like, Blitz!
You've improved.
You're good! Who are you fucking?
Yeah.
You're Crystal.
You're Crystal. Also, what was I gonna say? Wait, let me cook.
I'm gonna have to let you burn.
Let me cook. Oh, not only does this mean this is after full moon, but I feel like we could also safely assume it's after Apology Tour, because that happens the day after full moon, so unless this is the night of the full moon.
Bro broke up with his situationship and then immediately went on a hit.
Bro calls up Millie and Moxie and is like, hi, I know it's 2 a.m, we have to go to Antarctica. And then Millie and Moxie, who are fucking following him at the end of full moon, are like, alright. Sure thing, man.
Whatever you need.
Oh, fuck. Money's gonna be tight in it. Yeah. Oh, no, it's probably also... Maybe not. I was gonna say it might be after Ghostfuckers too, because we know that Blitz was like high-key crashing out between Apology Tour and Ghostfuckers and not really doing much work.
He wasn't crashing out. He was in a depressive episode.
I'm sorry. I can't speak like a normal person, but you know what I mean.
I do know what you
mean. He was being a horrible boss of a company and they weren't getting any work done. So, I wonder if this is after Ghostfuckers even.
No, I think it is. I think it's after that era, but before...
But this came out before Ghostfuckers, which is interesting. Yeah.
No, that is interesting.
So that's why I don't know what the timeline for the shorts is, really.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the night after the full moon. He's like, alright, I need to let off some steam.
Yeah, or like... No, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Should we move on to Mission Weeaboo?
Mission Weeaboo.
So we should know that we just figured this out.
Yeah.
This is probably a call out of the YouTuber I Am Zamber, because her name is Amber. She looks exactly like Emberlyn. She's very into anime. She self-proclaimed as not a weeaboo, so that's why I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
And she, as part of her like brand, she has the kitty headphones.
Yeah.
And this might be like public knowledge, but I didn't know it.
Yeah, I mean, I know I've gotten the video that she made about it. Do you know their pronouns?
No.
Zamber? Okay. Their video I've had recommended to me, where they're saying, like, did Helluva Boss make this episode about me? I've had it recommended to me, but I never watched it, and I didn't know that their name was Amber until you told me just now as we were taking the notes. So it and we already had some notes on, like, oh, this feels like they're targeting their audience in a weird way, like making fun of the audience of the show in a weird way, but if it's a specific person, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how Amber reacted to it.
I didn't watch the whole video because I only discovered it while it was recommended while we were watching the shorts.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I know that Amber makes other Helluva Boss content. So that's my thing is I'm wondering, it's on one hand, it's like they're calling out someone who makes Helluva Boss content and maybe has bad takes on it. But also, you're calling out someone who actively promotes your show because people, like reacting channels, they highly promote shows. They draw people to shows. So it's like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, no, it is. I'm trying to figure out their pronouns, just so I'm
Bro's on the YouTube channel.
I am at youtube.com/@IamZamber. Yeah, to be clear, we don't know anything about this person.
Yeah, neither of us watch them.
Yeah.
But it is very interesting.
Just to make an episode of your show that's like making a dig at a specific fan, and if it's really not meant to be a specific fan, even just a large portion of your fan base, it's like, I don't know, these are the fans that you attract with your show, first of all. So, like, if you really don't like it, think about the show that you're making.
And also think about yourself.
And then also, like, are they hurting anyone?
No.
Like, it's just, it feels so rude.
Yeah.
To be like...
And I understand trying to do a satire on it.
But to pick a specific person to model them after.
That would be out of line.
That is insane.
That, honestly, again, I don't know much about it, and I shouldn't make a bold opinion on things, but I do be making bold opinions on things. I think it makes a lot of sense. Like, look at her.
Yeah.
Like, Emberlyn looks exactly like the Amber person.
Yeah.
The Amber person.
The Amber person.
I don't know their last name.
I cannot find pronouns on any of their fucking pages for the life of me. I'm just gonna keep saying they.
We're gonna they them them.
We're gonna they them them.
No pronouns in the Insta bio.
Arcane. Who kissing? Lesbians? Anyway. Alex said, let me look.
Yes, the lesbians. It's like really zoomed in, I couldn't tell.
Yeah. My god. Okay, anyway.
You think I needed all the guards at the Hex Gates? You don't get that, but...
I've seen that quote. I mean, I don't know the context, but I've seen that quote enough to be like, hell yeah, that's the one. Which is just like, I was gonna say this to you, it's just like in the Underland Chronicles, when, you know, in the 5th book, when Luke says, like, why do you have bodyguards? And then he shows her, or why how'd you get your bodyguards to go away? And then he shows her the picture of them dancing. It was like, this is why I don't have bodyguards. Do you remember that?
Yes. Is it the same?
I don't know. I haven't watched Arcane. But, like, the reason he's able to get the guards off of his tail is because he shows them that how much he cares about Luxa.
Yes, this does make sense. I do understand how you could pull that parallel. when you watch Arcane, I want you to come back to this.
Okay.
Because the parallel you're making is really fucking funny. Because you thought I needed all the guards at the Hex Gates is a very specific scene.
Okay.
That is gay.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway. I mean, it's kind of in tandem, but not quite because they're like 12.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, is it like sexual?
Very.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
But you don't know that. You didn't know that.
No. Anyway, read the Undernight Chronicles. Anyway, part 2.
We keep losing the plot.
We're losing.
You take this next one. I can't even fucking say it.
Okay, so in her like Emberlin's file, it says that she like shipped Blingo and Bluebo one time, and it's like it's incest, but not really. That's like what it says in the file. And so I just think that Emberlin, I don't know if there's a specific show or fandom that this is making reference to, but I think there is a high likelihood that it is in reference to the Voltron fandom and that Emberlin is a fucking Shaladin, because that was all the shipping discourse back in the day. Was there were the Clancers, rise up, and then there were the Sheaths and the Shaladins who shipped Shira with the Paladins, and specifically with Keith, who is not biologically but basically his brother. And I think Emberlin was a fucking Shaladin.
I would believe it.
Move it, Shaladin. Now I want to know if I am Zamber is... Hang on. Wait, maybe there's a specific... hang on. I am Zamber, Voltron. Oh my god, they have a Voltron series. Oh, hacker voice, I'm in.
I feel like maybe we should pause. Maybe you're cooking.
Maybe I'm cooking. Let us burn.
Let us burn. Actually, I'm going to let you cook while I vamp.
Ugh, okay.
While you're trying to figure out if I am Zamber is a Shaladin.
Yes.
I am going to continue on. So when Blitz is talking on the phone before he goes into Emberlin's room, he's talking to Millie and talking about a show, and like that Moxie is taking her to, and Blitz is giving Millie like advice, and he is talking about Les Mis. So this implies that Moxie took Blitz and Millie independently to see Les Mis, but we also know that Moxie has taken Blitz to see Cats because of what he says in Truth Seekers.
Yes.
And how he hates it. So how many musicals has Moxie dragged? I mean, to Millie, probably a lot. Mm-hmm. But how many has he dragged Blitz to against his will? Because it's at least 2, which is a considerate amount. And then also, are these musicals in hell, or do they go to Earth Broadway each time to see a musical? Which would be really fucking funny, because then how did Moxie know about them? Is he, like, VPNing shit to hell?
Real?
So yeah, that's really funny.
Can you pause really quick so I can watch a... Hang on, first of all, I just noticed they have Hamilton fan art on their wall. I'm sorry, we shouldn't make fun of Zamberlin. I'm just making observations.
You just said Zamberlin. You merged the two.
Just pause real quick because I want to see their reaction to this specific scene, and that is how I will know if they are a Shaladin or not.
Okay, briefly pausing to figure out if I am Zamber is a Shaladin. Okay, Ani.
They're a Shaladin. I am certain of it. They don't say outright, but if your reaction to the Keith and Shira, how many times are you going to have to save me before this is over? As many times as it takes. If your reaction to that is, then you want them to fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so assuming that this is a direct call out to being a Shaladin, who on the writing team, being Brandon and Vivzy, was a Voltroner? If not both.
Brandon, Rogers, Voltron. Voltron crack book? Wait, no, that's Wattpad. That's nothing.
I feel like nothing comes right up. Look up Vivzy.
Vivzy, Pop, Voltron. Because honestly, I feel like Vivzy was a Shaladin. I could see it.
Yeah, I'd also just see Vivzy as like a Voltron fan.
Yeah.
Like age-wise, also I feel like makes some sense.
Hasman Hotel Voltron AU on Amino. That's the craziest string.
We gotta get out of here. We are done.
We gotta get out of here. I'm opening this to look at it later. Oh, it's just a poll. Okay. Anyway,
so yeah. Is it a direct call out? Probably, possibly.
Possibly.
Is this person a Shaladin? Yes. Mm-hmm. Is Emberlyn a Shaladin? Probably.
Absolutely.
In the Hell world, like, maybe they have a different... in this... Because it's Earth, but, like...
Voltron is in Hell, let's be clear.
Yeah, but I'm trying to explain, like, because they have names that aren't the Paladin names.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyway, where'd you leave off? I know you were vamping. Blitz spells bingo as B-Y-N-G-O.
B-Y-N-G-O.
He is just 0 for 2,000. He's batting 0.
A-C-B.
A-C-B, like, bro. Oh.
Bro can't spell. Bro never learned the alphabet.
Yeah. And then Emberlyn has some horse decor and, like, centaur stuff, which, first of all, does Blitz know that centaurs exist? He would lose his fucking mind. He would either fucking love them, or he'd be like, why did you ruin a horse by putting a man on it?
Yeah, no, for real. But then I was thinking, like, he knows that Solus has the scary bird form, and so he'd be like, you have that scary bird shit that you can do. Can you turn into a fucking centaur? And then... Stolas, who's read various fantasy novels, is like, a centaur?
You want me to turn into a centaur? Blitzy.
Do you have something you need to tell me?
No, you were so literate. Yeah, but anyway, her and Blitz would get along if she wasn't fucking insane and trying to fuck him.
She has a Charlie Morningstar plushie. What is she doing with that plushie? I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. Let's be glad it isn't in a jar. And then she has merch. I love when I make Alex physically put their head in their hands. She has merch from an anime that somehow actually protects her from demons, which I think it's just meant to be a funny little, like...
I do fuck with, like, this is so insane, but it's true.
Yeah.
But it is crazy.
I just love the layers that this adds to the show. Because either someone from, like, Heaven or Hell made this necklace thing, and it either brought it to Earth or ended up on Earth accidentally, or some normie human accidentally made real demon prevention technology and just didn't realize it.
And sold it as demon
Well, as merchandise that represents demon prevention technology.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But, like,
Sorry.
you unintentionally make the technology.
Yeah.
And then put it in a thing that is sold as that technology is crazy.
Yeah. I just love adds some spice. I like it.
Yeah, and also we have to note it because what if in, like, Season 3, Episode 5, this is really fucking prevalent.
Yeah, Emberlyn comes back.
Yeah.
They have to go on a quest to steal her little amulet thing.
Yeah.
And then...
The fanfic is Mastermind, we know this.
We know, everyone's pointed this out by now, but in case you didn't know, the fanfic that she's writing on her laptop, it's just foreshadowing everything that happens in Mastermind.
But it's really funny because Blitz starts talking about, like, not wanting to fuck her, basically, and then she's like, oh... well then, and then writes this whole thing. Yeah. So it is prompted by their conversation. Yeah. So, like, is it about... Because the thing that she's saying is, like, it's about Blitz and her. Mm-hmm. But the thing ends up being about Blitz and Stolas.
Yeah.
So it's, like, I don't know. That's really interesting to me.
Yeah.
Like, can she quite literally prophesize?
No, literally. Like she's got this fucking necklace that maybe this is nothing. Maybe the necklace isn't actually magical, but she's somehow magical, and then she also has the gift of prophecy. Yeah. And she doesn't know any of this. So she like thinks it's her stupid weeaboo necklace.
She made the force field because she like sensed danger.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. I'm with it. It's not at all true, but I'm with it.
I'm with the prophecy thing. I do think the necklace is true because she was able to get stabbed after she threw it out the window.
Oh, this is true. But maybe that was her also letting down her metaphorical walls.
It's true. But she was surprised by Blitz being there, so I don't think she sensed the danger.
Yeah, true.
But anyway.
Spidey senses. We gotta move on.
Emberlyn dies in the Family Guy death pose.
Yeah, very good. Blitz has already gotten much better at using his crystal since Antarctica. We don't know how much time has passed since then, but
yeah, he's not using his tongue though. He very gently rubs it.
Yeah,
which is something else you can do.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Or not even, Anyway, and then he says, "You can go ahead and wire me that money now." When he's on the phone with the person who hired the hit. So like,
who is this?
Our first reaction was, who in this day and age is wiring money? Then you've looked into it, and it's, like, a fraud
thing. And also, like, I knew it was a crime thing, but I thought that was, like, really old-timey crime.
Yeah, but also, I don't... Maybe I'm not fully understanding, but, like, IMP isn't an illegal... Well, I guess the grimoire is illegal, them having
yeah.
it. But the business itself, they're very public about it.
Well, it's also... I don't know if this hit is from Hell or from Earth.
All of the hits are from Hell.
Is that... Are we 100% true of that?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind. I was going to say, if this is someone on Earth that's just still really mad about it on Earth...
No, I'm pretty sure they're all
hell.
sinners in Hell, yeah.
Okay, then, yeah. I don't know.
That'd be interesting, though, if they took a hit from someone who's still... Like, they were on Earth, and then, like, humans saw them, and they were like, wait, you're taking hits? I've got someone.
Yeah. No, that's true. And I guess how would they find out about it if they're on Earth? But, like, it's this fucking show. How wouldn't they find out about it if they're on Earth?
They're always getting caught on Earth. Yeah. And then also, Emberlin's sinner design is really good.
Yeah.
The designs for the sinners in the show tend to be very good.
Which is so fucking annoying because it's like, make your main cast better. But I do understand, like, you have to animate it less.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, in a vacuum, this short is funny and good and, like, entertaining to watch. But, you know, given the Helluva's tendency to be super misogynistic, it kind of just feels like misogyny wrapped up in a cute little bow. Because... I mean, whether or not they are actually targeting a specific person in the fandom or just a community of people in the fan base, they're being like, oh, we're gonna make fun of specifically women who act like this and who are fans of our show. Like, it just doesn't sit right in any way, shape, or form. And like, it doesn't feel good.
No.
But funny.
Good enough.
Yes.
I'm always not going to be a huge fan of, like, anything that says, oh my god, it's a weeaboo, I'm going to make fun of them, because it's also just such an uninteresting trope at this point.
Yeah.
It's been done so many times. And the origin of it was just, oh my god, this person likes something that's slightly taboo. Like, I know that I got called a weeaboo a lot. I've watched, like, 2 animes ever.
It is technically, it's someone who's, like, inappropriately obsessed with Japanese culture. Like, in an ignorant way.
Yes.
And, like, that is very much, like, I agree. But I feel like they didn't really criticize that much. They were mostly just criticizing a woman.
Yes.
For being into anime.
And, honestly, they were criticizing a woman for being sexual. Like, that's what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
Like, they were, like, obviously, they were... It was, like, she had some weird things, and she was saying some weird things, but... they didn't touch all that much on, like, actually the anime or the like cultural appropriation or anything like that.
Like, she kept calling him, like, Blitzy-kun and like, but it wasn't really. If you don't know what a weeaboo is, and you watch it, and even, like, I just googled it just now just to make sure, like, to refresh my memory of the exact meaning of it in this day and age. And if you don't know what it means, then you watch that episode, you're not going to be like, oh, this is a critique of people who are inappropriately obsessed in Japanese culture, but in an ignorant way. No. You're not going to get any of that.
No, absolutely not. And also, like I was saying, like, I knew that weeaboo, like, that's what it meant.
Yeah.
But it is used so loosely.
Yeah.
Like, it's used as a term, at least around here, in the States, and just generally where we are.
Yeah.
It's used, like, oh my god, you like something weird.
Yeah. Or even just you like anime.
Yeah, you like anime, but it's also, it can be used as, like I hear it even with people that like adult, like, cartoons or animation, like, that kind of stuff.
Has-Been Hotel,
yeah.
I feel like is a prime example.
Yes, like, something like that. That's not even necessarily anime.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, people who like your show get called this a lot, probably. So
you're just kind of being dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, last short.
Mission Chupacabras. You want to take that? Yeah.
Sure. So in the little file for the hit of this mission, it says, I don't speak whatever language this guy is yapping in. And by the way, we know from, which one is it? Mission Antarctica?
Antarctica, yeah.
We know that it's Blitz's words, but Moxie is transcribing them.
Yes, because there's something along the lines of, Moxie, why are you still writing, you stupid idiot?
Yeah. So Blitz says, I don't speak whatever language this guy is yapping. And so that seems to imply, first of all, he doesn't even know what Spanish is, or that this is the Spanish language, and second of all, that Blitz, in fact, no habla español.
Yeah. Which, by the way, this is the connection to the whole is Blitz Hispanic / Latinx connection here.
Blitza Buxa.
Blitza Buxa.
But then you pointed out that technically the guy who put the hit out wasn't necessarily speaking Spanish. That was definitely the implication, I feel, because he's from
and also place. Like he's pulling a hit on this guy that probably is in his community and probably speaks the same language.
Yes,
but
we can pretend for the sake of Hispanic Blitz truthing. Yeah.
Hispanic Blitz truthing is a crazy sentence.
Yeah, and then we have more thoughts on that throughout this episode. We'll get to them.
And then when they get to Earth, Blitz goes, "What are these?" Moxie says, "They're human. I think they're human goats, sir." And Blitz goes, "I don't care how great they are," as in greatest of all time goat, which is really, really good, quick humor.
Yeah. And then I just think Blitz should have more opportunities to dramatically yell "scatter."
It's been a while because Murder Family.
He did it in Murder Family and he does it here in this short, but I really love it. I love a good scatter.
Yeah, I do also love the implementation of the mission-based shorts. Like I want more like Hell's Bells for sure.
Yeah.
But I do like the mission shorts because there's less of a. I wouldn't say there's less of an emphasis to have the missions in the episodes because we saw that whole cherubs fight that wasn't fucking necessary. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that now that we have the mission shorts, they will stop doing the missions in the episodes. Because there's just so much more to do in the episodes. Unless you're going to do an episode that fully revolves around a mission. Right. I don't like a small mission in an episode.
No, like what they do in Full Moon, like I don't give a fuck. Well, that's not a mission technically. That's the cherubs coming to...
But I don't like when it's like seated in there. Like if it's going to be a mission, I want it to be the whole episode or I want it to be a short.
Yeah, like Unhappy Campers. I mean, I would not want Unhappy Campers to be a full...
Yeah.
But it basically is.
But like, Vraska, what's that one called? Spring Broken.
Yeah.
That's like a full episode mission.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
The way that I really liked the sort of mission-based episodes. I don't like when they're like, okay, big emotional conversations and also they're killing some guy.
Yeah. It doesn't work in tandem. Like, you need it to be a big emotional episode or a mission. Or, like, Oops is a big event. Mm-hmm. Or not. Oops, yes. But also, I was meant to say Mamon's musical mid-season special, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, this is surrounding this event. Like, that was also good.
Yeah.
But, anyway, I'm yapping.
Yeah. Blitz gets on the goat and expects it to run like a horse. Bro knows one animal.
It's giving, you're like one of those really very tall horses. He's talking about a giraffe.
He's talking about a giraffe.
He says "ay caramba" in response to the woman speaking Spanish at him.
Yeah. So
you do know maybe you don't know that it's Spanish. You do know that this language that you're speaking is the same language that "ay caramba" is.
Yes.
So do you know Spanish?
And also, just to be clear what else we're drawing from here, Blitz has said gracias.
Some nice agua.
Some nice agua. Are there other Spanish phrases he said throughout the show?
I feel like maybe we just don't know them. Those are the big ones, because those are both in Sinsmith when he's like got Stolas and he's like super fucking freaked out.
No, isn't that...
Oh, not Sinsmith, you're right, in Mastermind.
Yeah.
But
there we go, some nice agua.
Yeah, some nice agua. It's like really agua.
Agua. Gracias.
Then that's what made me be like, he's a no sabo kid.
Yeah, no, but we're not saying he's good at Spanish if he speaks Spanish.
But then that raises the question, does he know that there is a language that is not English? Or maybe he doesn't even know if they're separate. Mm-hmm. But the "ay caramba" makes it seem like he does know that they're separate languages. But does he not know what Spanish is?
Does Blitz speak Spanish and not
know it?
Which, again, if he grew up in like a Hispanic family, like he was around other people speaking Spanish, then maybe he grew up learning it.
Also spending time in Wrath, we have that whole thing about like Wrath is probably Spanish speaking.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's like So he's like speaking Spanglish and he doesn't know?
Yeah.
That they're separate language? Well, because like that's its own thing, but...
Yeah.
So like, then we have the scenario of like, he's gonna... What was it? We got Vasago wrapped into here.
Oh, right. Like, him and Vasago meet, and they just start speaking in Spanish/Spanglish to each other, and Stolas is like, when the fuck did you learn Spanish? And Blitz is like, what the fuck is Spanish?
No, he goes, Blitzy, I didn't know you spoke Spanish. And then, what the fuck is Spanish?
In the same voice as, the fuck is insurance? He goes, the fuck is Spanish?
And then he learns what Spanish is, he gets a dictionary.
Yeah. He's like, he's reading the dictionary cover to cover. He's like, I know all these words. And you're like, what the fuck, Blitz?
He can read Spanish, he can't read English.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then the guy, the human guy says, no hablo inglés, and Blitz goes, what? You were just speaking. So
he knows what that means.
He knows what no hablo inglés means. He knows that inglés is different from Spanish.
Yeah.
He can differentiate the two. What the fuck?
You said, Blitz, you are an enigma. Is what you wrote.
An enigma. I also, earlier I said, do you know Spanish or not, you fucking inconsistent fuck?
Yeah. And also, I needed to be known that we are aware this is not that important.
Oh, no, it's not.
But it is in our brain.
Studying him under a, ¿cómo se dice microscope in Español? Like, that's what I'm studying him under.
Because also, we got this way with Visago, too, because he's a fucking Goisha. Why is he bilingual?
Yeah. No, for real.
Like, what is the racial, what are the 8 racial implications?
Give us the lore. Did he just, Transfem Visaga.
Visaga. Anyway.
Yeah. Cool. You take that one. That's you.
Right. Sorry, I'm thinking about Mastermind now. We're not there.
Oh god. We're past there even.
I know, but I'm thinking about like Spanish specifically and Blitz and Visago in relation to each other. But anyway, Blitz being dressed up as an animal and put on display, surely bringing forth some performer's trauma, some emotions. Also, if it is racially charged, like being dressed up as an animal, like
yeah. Hard pivot. I just really love the fucking delivery on, fuck, damn it, I'm doing a bit! Because they keep interrupting his stupid, only thing guys suck are cocks, they shove a rooster in his mouth, not that kind, pussies, shove a cat in his mouth, fuck, I'm doing a bit!
And cloacas.
And then no one gives him an owl.
And he looks like upset, like he eyes the farmer, like... Was he willing to suck off any owl? Does he know that earth owls are different than his prince?
I guess also it doesn't necessarily have to have been an owl.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Him looking at Ozzy, like...
But then also the guy gives him, like, a look, like, I'm not giving you a fucking cloaca.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah.
Also, does...
I'm so scared. Go on.
Does this imply that Ozzy has a cloaca, then?
That's one thing for Blitz and Fizz to bond over.
They're birdmen.
Fizz and Ozzy break up. Fizz and Blitz start shooting the shit, and then they're like, "Yeah, cloacas, am I right?"
That would be crazy. That is 2 high class main characters with cloacas, and if I had a nickel.
This feels like correlation does not equal causation. Having a cloaca does not make you high class, but also then why is it twice? Why is it happening twice?
Name me a guy with a cloaca that's lower class.
Oh wait. My next thought went to Lucifer, who's like a human, but he's got the rubber duck thing, and so now I'm just like, I feel like in, the red string meme, but it's like actually lining up.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's just a line. It's one string.
One string. Yeah.
The fucking agents, sure.
Sure, the agents are here. We totally forgot when we were rewatching this. We were like, oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
The fuck are they here for?
But then they're like bickering, and one of them says, "You paid in cash at brunch yesterday."
You tipped in cash.
You tipped in cash at brunch yesterday. They are fucking. They're getting brunch together. They are not just colleagues. They are
getting post-morning sex brunch is what they're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah. They had like a late night at the office trying to make their little portal to hell bigger or whatever, and then they go...
Dilating that portal to hell. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, you're right.
Continue.
You're right. No, that's it. You finished it for me. Don't look at me like that. Right. Hard pivot. Oh my god, we're almost done, guys. We're almost done.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's good.
Blitz carries cheese on him at all times.
They've changed his clothes and confiscated his gun and his crystal.
To be fair, they might not have stripped him. Like, this costume might be over his clothes.
Yeah, it's true. But where is he keeping the cheese?
Yeah, like, because either A, he's going through layers, like, going through the costume into his actual clothes and then pulling out his suit jacket and getting the cheese, which is a lot. Or he is stripped and then in this costume, where is he putting the cheese?
I fear I know the answer. It's butt cheese. Yeah. Anyway, then the guy, I don't know his name, the farmer,
Yeah.
the main guy that they're trying to kill.
I think they just kept calling him Senor.
Yeah. But he's holding Blitz's gun, and then when he tries to shoot the gun, it burns him. Because it from hell.
Yeah. And then the agents are like, hell gun or whatever the fuck.
Demon gun, yeah. Yeah, so they start shooting the gun, which is, they're fucking stupid.
But that's interesting lore.
Yeah.
Humans can't use guns from hell.
Yeah.
Or maybe this specific one, maybe it's something similar to like how the fucking weapons kill angels, etc.
Yeah. I wonder if they used like a Carmilla Carmine weapon, if they'd be able to. I mean, no. Well, yes, but angelic weapon is what I mean.
Yeah.
She's from hell.
Yeah, they're not using a Carmilla Carmine because I would kill his fuck buddy.
No,
kill his situationship.
No, I mean, if the humans, I wonder if humans would be able to use an angelic weapon.
Yeah, that is a good question.
I said Carmilla Carmine because she makes them, and then I remembered that's a bad example. She's not from heaven.
No.
I wonder if someone, does she make them or does she just sell them on the black market?
I think it's like a Carmilla Carmine crafted.
Yeah.
So that makes me think made.
Yeah. So I wonder if a demon makes an angelic weapon, if someone from Earth would be able to use it. I wonder if it's like the materials or like who makes it. Or
yeah, that is a really good question. I have no answer, but it's a really good question.
we're probably never going to get an answer to it. I'm just shooting the shit.
But we love to pose questions that will literally never be answered on this podcast.
Yeah. Cool.
So this is a very calculated moment, the one with like the agents, and then the guy shoots the gun, and then like they start shooting the gun, and like all the goats go crazy, and it's like a whole thing. And it feels similar to an Oops when Blitz is like, I'm going to do a million bajillion things, and then this ping pong ball is going to hit this button and we're going to fall.
Yeah.
How did he know?
Blitz has mastered cartoon logic.
He does. Yeah. He's a strategic mastermind is the thing.
Yeah.
Mastermind.
I am the mastermind, and here I am the law.
Why are you singing it like...
Here's the law. Because that's my Satan voice.
Oh, like Satan.
Yeah.
I was like, that is not Stolas.
No, sorry. If I was going to sing like Stolas, I'd sing like Little Faggot.
Yeah.
But that's just how I sing normally. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, and then Blitz, when Blitz goes through the portal, he does the sign for I love you to the goat. Has he been learning sign language because of Fizz?
Yeah, or like, has he been learning it because of Fizz, which would be really sweet, but also it's possible that Fizz just does that.
Yeah.
And so then he just does it back.
Yeah. God. Fuck.
They are the ones.
They are the ones. They can save the show. Blitz Fizz. Blitz and Fizziana forever.
Would their ship name still just be Blitz Fizza? Because...
Blitz-a-Fizz.
Blitz-a-Fizz.
Blitz-a-Fizz. Fizz... Fizzion... Yeah, man. I don't
Blitziana.
know. Blitziana. There we go. Yeah. That's what I was trying to get. I couldn't get there.
That's just a good name.
Yeah, Blitziana.
He's so sweet with animals, Blitz.
Blitz, yeah.
And he carries around IMP stickers that say good, G-U-D, job, on them. And he licks the sticker and just goes, meow, or whatever. That's not what it says. Neonk. Neonk. I was going to say, that's not a Blitz sound, the one I just made. Neonk. But... First of all, why the fuck is he licking a sticker? Second of all, he just carries these around for positive reinforcement.
Yeah, he got these made professionally.
Yeah.
Or like he got a Cricut and printed them himself, I don't know. And he's definitely probably for Moxie's sake.
Yeah.
Like Moxie starts having a panic attack on a mission and Blitz is like, ah, fucking Jesus, puts a sticker on his nose.
Thank you, sir. Millie asked him to do that, I'm sure. I feel.
Yeah.
And then, the X is crossed out. We're done.
I
promise, we're done.
We're done. We did it.
I thank you all for staying with us. That was a wild ride. It was a wild ride while we were taking the notes. It was a wild ride while we were talking about them.
Yeah, sorry we were a bit all over the place. I hope you enjoyed it, though. I hope it was funny.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, too. I know that this episode has been a long time coming, and we didn't actually put that much, structure to it.
Yeah.
But
we had fun.
We had fun. You're not listening to a podcast for structure.
No.
Any newsletter will be going out.
Yes.
On the first of the month.
Shout out.
Oh yes.
To our two Goetia tier subscribers. We've had an upgrade. We've got Emily, tried and true. Thank you so much.
/Millie.
And we've got Jessica, who freaking leveled up because she's so cool.
Yeah.
So welcome to the Goetia tier, Jessica. And remember, yes, applause. And if you want to support us on Ko-Fi at any tier, or if you just want to make a one-time donation, which you'll get nothing for, but we appreciate it.
You'll get maybe a smile.
Yeah. Our Ko-Fi is in the link tree in our Instagram bio. Our Instagram is at AA Discussions. And there are 3 tiers you can support us at on Ko-Fi. First 10 people to subscribe get a free sticker. So subscribe while you can.
And also we have a goal on our Ko-Fi right now that will be collected from both monthly subscription fees and from one-time donations.
Yeah.
So
we have already hit it.
We have?
Since Jessica leveled up, we hit it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we hit it. Yeah.
So yeah.
But it was to start doing merch. So we are going to be doing merch.
Some independent merch production. Some pins.
Some pins. Because that has been requested, I think, by 2 people in the comments. And by 1 person, 3 times. Yeah. We hear you. / genuine. We also want to make them. So we'll be making little pins. And then also, we wanted to get you guys' opinions on if we were to open a Redbubble shop. If you guys would be interested, because we know that it's really expensive. Yeah. We would have no control over the prices, unfortunately. We'd have
a little bit.
Very limited
control, yeah.
So it would be much more on the pricey side. But we would do some new designs. We were talking about doing one of Davy the Dinosaur, which it was not in our behind the scenes vlog because we were at your mom's apartment.
Yes,
but he is my weighted dinosaur that holds up our microphone. He's a very important part of the podcast team.
Yep.
And so we're going to make some about him, some about quotes we've said, just very show specific stuff. That's not just Helluva Boss.
Yeah. And
put it on Redbubble, but we don't want to do that if no one is interested.
Yeah, because we want to start making some pins and maybe some more stickers independently, but we don't currently have the resources to do all that much. That's what the Ko-Fi donation goal was for, and now that we've hit that, we're going to definitely start churning some stuff out. But we have a lot of design ideas we want to try, and we're just not able to do them all independently right now. So if people would want them, we could put them on Redbubble. Just would be pricey, but maybe in the future we can.
Not as pricey as Helluva Boss merch, though.
No, not as pricey. Not as pricey as, what's it called? Stylish Occult?
Yeah. Not that much.
No.
Also, just so you all are aware, there are still stickers on our Big Cartel site in our link tree.
Should they be?
There's a few more, right?
Yeah, well, because we need to reserve 10. Well, 10 for the subscribers to the Ko-Fi, and then I think there are only 2 more.
Okay, well, if you want one, go fast, because there's only 2 more.
Yeah.
But then also the Ko-Fi, we should mention that, because we didn't say that. If you're first 10, we only have 2.
I just said that.
But you didn't say first 10 get a sticker.
Yes, I did.
Okay, my bad.
I freaking did.
I'm sorry. Did you say that they get a personalized letter that's written with doodles?
No, you'll get a personalized letter that's written with doodles.
Okay. And there are 8 left because there's only 2 of you. Yeah. So, subscribe.
Subscribe.
We are losing it.
We're losing our minds a little bit. We apologize.
Follow the Instagram. Subscribe to the newsletter because it's coming out soon.
Mantente sexy.